Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's try this again. I think I'm on number 6. Just interruptions. The phone rang and it interrupted the video. Then my cat started puking, so I had to go clean that up. I know it's been a while, like a year. Sorry about that. I just kind of got out of it. Felt like I didn't have much to share. I wasn't stitching a whole lot. I was going to make one before StitchCon because I was one of the listed Flosstubers. That didn't happen, obviously. So now that I'm back, I decided to try again. I had fun. I almost didn't go multiple times. I almost canceled all the way up until the day I left. And even once I got there, there were a few times I was texting my husband. I'm like, what did I do? I don't know anybody here. I can't. But I calmed myself down and was able to have fun, talk to a lot of people. Didn't get around to everybody, but you know, it was just for someone like me who's a very big introvert, it was difficult. But it was nice being one of the listed Flosstubers, so some people came up to me, so that kind of made me feel a little more comfortable. Let's say hi to my table mates, Vicky, Candy, Mindy, Tony, Kathy. Had fun at the table with you guys. So I guess I'll start showing you some of my stuff. Oh, here, those of you who went obviously know I'm the manatee one. Here's my guy from we went to the Cincinnati Zoo when we were there, so I picked up him. I guess I'll start with the couple finishes. I finished something at StitchCon. I don't drink, so I didn't take the shot. My table mate did it, but I was stitching. Actually, I started it there on Thursday. This Love Tennis for my daughter, who was on the tennis team all through high school. Wish she would have continued in college. She waited till she was a junior to try out, and by then they were like, that's kind of late. So there's that. I stitched it on 28 count antique white Joblin. That was my first time with the even weave. It threw me off with the over 2. Took me a while to get used to that. And then I also worked on this at StitchCon and then finished it when I got home. I was doing the tribal giraffe by White Willow Stitching. So, here's that. And I did that on a Fabrics by LJ March 217 Fabric of the Month, Spring Green, 16 count. Yeah, and I used it's a variegated DMC 105, I think is the number. So I thought that was cool. You know, it worked out for the, you know, shading and blotching of the giraffe. And also, I didn't go back and watch my last video. So if I repeat anything or show you things that I already showed you, I apologize. So my current whips, I had gotten the Clouds Factory Giant Harry Potter. I don't know if I had showed you that last time. Everybody kind of knows what this looks like, I think. So I started that. I just got some of the top border and the Slytherin corner changed from the red to like a silver gray. Started on the Slytherin banner, so not too far on that. And then it's funny, once people realized I was the manatee question, I had someone ask, how many manatee patterns do you have? And I actually have, I thought I had 5. And looking through, I can only find 4. And I think I showed the one, I finished one. I started on the Haid. I don't really have much to show on that. But now I started, there's a tribal manatee, so I started on that the other night. And so far I've gotten, you can't tell it's a manatee yet, obviously, but I like these because it's just one color floss. It goes pretty quick. I'm not good with confetti. I tend to put those, I'll start them and then I kind of put them off because you're constantly switching colors, and I mean, they look awesome when they're done. Like this one, I started from my, I think I might have showed this last time, or that I had bought it. I got it for my aunt who, when I was little, she used to call me Linny, and then she changed it to Linny Ree. Then she needed something to rhyme with that, added chickadee. So has always called me her chickadee. So I found a chickadee pattern. So I'm working on that. And this one has a lot of different colors in it. So it just taking me way longer than I thought it would. It was going to be for Christmas. Maybe this year, or last Christmas, so maybe this year. Alright, and those are all that I'm working on right now. I'll show you some of the haul I've gotten since last time. My husband went out, I don't even know what he was looking for, but he went around to a couple rummages one time and found some cross-stitch stuff. He found bunch of these. 2 or 3 of them aren't a full piece, but he paid 75 cents for this. There's 5 tubes. And then he got this container. Has a bunch of floss in it, which I kind of sorted through. Some of it's decent, some of it is kind of old, but he paid $1 for this. So $1.75, I'll get something out of it. And then, I don't think I showed this before. I was watching Pam and Steph, and I think it was Pam had showed a DMC kit she had gotten with a postage stamp. Because she likes lighthouses, which I also do too. So I found that on eBay. And I'm also, I've also always been into postcards and snail mail and stuff, so I just kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Mail and lighthouses. Full kit. So, and then last October, I think, we went down to Tennessee to visit family down there, and I was able to go to the Dixie Darlin', which I kind of get rushed because I was with my mom and my aunt and my daughter, and they were kind of like, oh, why are we in here? So I picked up a few just random pieces of fabric. This is plum 28 count Jobelin, just because I like the color. And this is a Twilight Cashel Linen 28. You can picture this plus. I don't know what I'll stitch on it, and I'm kind of scared of linen, but my aunt made me do it. Which I'm surprised. She's the one who taught me, and she was the one with us, but she wasn't really like, she hasn't stitched in a long time. But she keeps telling me, you have to stitch on linen, you have to stitch on linen. And then another from Picture This Plus. This one's called Vesper. And then I got 2 booklets there. When I was growing up, we used to go down to Virginia, where my grandmother was from. They lived up in the mountains. And this was in the 70s, so my great-grandmother they had just gotten indoor plumbing, which they didn't use it very much because So they had an outhouse up on the hill behind the house. So we used to have to use that. Except at night. They'd let us stay and use the bathroom at night. We didn't have to go up there. So I found this Stoney Creek outhouse collection that I thought was cute. I thought maybe I'd stitch one to go in our bathroom. Not sure which one. But I remember being afraid to go in there and that I was going to fall in the hole and not get out. It was disgusting. And then I found a Lighthouse of the East Coast. I'm originally from Massachusetts, so I picked that up. I don't. Not sure where they're Maine. I'm not sure if there's any Massachusetts ones in here, but oh yeah, there is. But there's quite a few. Probably never stitched them all, but what the heck. And then at StitchCon, I got a bunch of stuff. I picked up a couple things from the freebie table, and Vicki had let us look through some of her magazines that she brought before we brought them down there. So I grabbed one of those from her. I was looking at this little Woodland Friends. And then I got from her this New Stitches. Never heard of that. But I was looking at this Jaguar. I have a photo of a Jaguar that I took that I really like, so I was thinking about stitching that. And then from the table, I was on a wildlife kick, I guess. Picked up this Endangered Species 2. I like this eagle. And then, I'm not sure what that bird is. Let me see if it says in here. Oh, a whooping crane. Okay. A little otter. And then I picked up mates, these wolves. And then I got another Creative Accents dolphin family. Like navy blue fabric. And then I was at Hobby Lobby one day and found this on clearance, Designer Cross Stitch Projects. I actually had gotten this from the library once and liked some of them. So when I saw it, it was $4.25, so I picked that up. There's a little camera one in there that I had thought of doing, and there's another tennis. And where is it? A typewriter. That was cool. And there was a butterfly in here. Where was that? Oh, here's the other one I was looking at. The airmail. Like I said, liking mail and stuff, and the stamp there. Thought that was cool. Oh, here it is. The butterfly. Yeah. And then at StitchCon, they had the trunk show set up, so I bought a few things there, and then we also went to, obviously, to Keepsakes and bought some things there. Also traded, I had brought a few needle minders that I made. I had bought some buttons at Hobby Lobby and made them into needle minders, so I traded a couple of those, and I got myself, I still have them on my name tag, I got myself a little manatee. And then Potterhead. Love Harry Potter, as you know. And then, I can't remember who, but I had given someone a needle minder. They didn't have any to trade, and I was like, oh, no problem, just take it. And she came back the next day with this colored cotton coral pink. So then at Keepsakes, oh my gosh, it's just, there's overwhelming there. You know, you don't know where to look first. So anyways, I found this Heart and Hand Monthly Mania. There's a pattern for every month. They had all but 2 of them. So here's January, February, March, April, May, June, no dragonfly, July, August, another lighthouse, September. So now October they didn't have, so here's November. And then that was it. They didn't have December either. So I need October and December. So if anybody knows where I can get them, let me know. Comment below. And then I had seen this. This is one of Sue Hillis's designs, and it was on display in the trunk show area. And then they had it at Keepsakes, so I picked that up, even though I just did a tennis one. But I just thought this was cool with the I love tennis, the 0-0 score is love. So I might do that one for my daughter too. And then my other daughter is a cat lover, and she's always kissing our cats, and it's gross. But I found this pattern, so I might stitch that for her. I kiss my cats on the lips. And she does it all the time, and one of them just whatever takes it. The other one actually licks her back, and it's just gross. And then I found a Bent Creek Lighthouse. I don't know, I'm not usually one to do like, you know, the samplers with the letters, so I might just do the lighthouse part. We'll see. I really like that frame too. So that's what I got at the store, and then at the trunk show in the hotel. Color and Cotton had a bunch of stuff set up, and I'd never gotten any of theirs, so I just picked some random flosses that I liked. This is Calliope. And it just says limited edition. And Tiger. And same with the fabric. I just picked some random ones that I like the color. That's what I usually do. I'll buy fabric or floss. I like the color, and then later on it's like, okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna stitch on this. This is Deep Plum. I gotta open these. It's a 18 count Ada. And then another Ada. This is Mushroom. Where is There, that's better. Out of the... And then I got another 18 count in peach. Put them back later. And then the last thing I got was a Ursula Michael Haunted Halloween House. I haven't stitched anything Halloween, so I saw this and was like, I have to have that. Now, to figure out fabric, right? And I think that is about it. I'll probably think of something after I shut the video off, but that's about it for now. Hopefully I'll do these kind of semi-regularly. I'm not going to promise anything because, like I said, I don't always stitch a lot. Maybe a little more now. I'm doing in the group Cross Stitch It's Fun, and they're doing their tour to stitches where we have teams of 9 people and we all count our stitches each day for during the Tour de France. Kind of have a little competition, so maybe that will get me going a little more. But for now, that's about it. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.